in the ascending order. Toastmaster Jose Pacatel, Toastmaster Suresh Kumar, Toastmaster Vasudhar Gopal, Toastmaster Jamal Zahir, Toastmaster Ajit Kumar, Toastmaster Martin Valuran, Toastmaster Jacob Kuriakos, Toastmaster Rachid Thomas, Toastmaster Shyam, Toastmaster John Roy, Toastmaster Uman Thomas, Toastmaster Abhilash, Toastmaster Vijay, Toastmaster Richa, Toastmaster Amitabh, Toastmaster Chinmaya, Toastmaster Sneha Suresh, Toastmaster Anup, and finally our immediate past president, Toastmaster Saira Oman. Next, I welcome our Area 53 Director, Toastmaster Araj Khan, and other area directors present in the meeting, and club leaders from other clubs and members. Finally, again, a warm welcome to Arabians. And today, I'm sure we are going to have a fabulous family gathering. Thank you. Next, I hand over this stage to Toastmaster Milan for the toast to Arabians.
Am I audible?
Yes.
They say, celebrate what do you want to see more of. Mr. Presiding Officer, fair Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. Tonight is indeed a night of celebration, a night where we celebrate our achievements, a night where we recall the honor the past leaders who have made our club what it is. It is a night that celebrates the bonding and togetherness of the Arabians that make it a club of distinction. For us, Arabian Toastmasters has become an integral and important part of our lives. During the course of its journey, Arabian Toastmasters Club set the standards of the true Toastmaster spirit of harmony, innovation, and camaraderie. Today, after 18 wonderful years, Arabian Toastmasters has indeed matured into a fine club. We have produced clubs, we have produced leaders, and we have produced champions. And we continue to do that year after year. Today, we are celebrating 18th anniversary of our club. This is the club with rich tradition and legacy in Toastmaster fraternity. It is all possible due to the untiring commitment and dedication of our leaders. True leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. I take this opportunity to salute the past leaders for this far-sightedness and visionary leadership. They have really toiled day and night to steer our club through troubled waters and bring us to this point in our eventful journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in proposing a toast. Please make yourself comfortable. If possible, stand up. A toast to the current team of glorious leadership. A toast to the past leaders for the memorable 18 successful years. A toast to the health and well-being of Arabian Toastmasters Club. A toast to the health and well-being of entire Toastmaster fraternity. May the club continue to shape the life of each member by bringing the best from them. May the spirit of Toastmaster continue to shine in this club. May the leaders and speakers continue to emerge and blossom from this club. Cheers.
Cheers.
Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Milan. Dear wonderful audience, any message during this pandemic ends with stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Am I right? Yes. I would like to add 2 words to that. And do you know what is that? Stay connected. Stay connected. This meeting is for that. We have made connection from the charter members of ATC, the past presidents since 2002, and today we are here celebrating our 18th Arabian Toastmasters Club anniversary. And stay connected with what? The answer is roots. R-O-O-T-S, roots. I would request all of us to stay connected with 2 roots. One is our parents, like they need our support when they are old. And second, we have an organ in our body which is similar to a root of a plant or tree. Can you guess what is that? You can use the chat window to put your answers. An organ in our body which resembles similar to a root. I've yet to get any answer in the chat window. Yes, that is our backbone or the spinal cord. A very important organ in our body. I'm talking about roots because today we have connected the roots of Arabians. The roots, I mean the members who started this club in 2002, the charter members and the charter president, Toastmaster Jose. Now let me share with our past presidents the achievements of Arabian Toastmasters Club. Last year was a fantastic year for Arabian Toastmasters Club. Our own distinguished Toastmaster Vijay came second runner-up in District 79 International Speech Competition. And as you know, it's a very tough competition, like being online, which we were experiencing for the first time. And in the current year, like we thought when the pandemic hit us that we may not be able to continue our regular meetings, but we changed. We changed ourselves to fit to the environment. Yes, our regular meetings are being held twice per month. And today, this meeting is a good example of that. The last quarter for Arabian Toastmasters Club was a golden quarter. We got Golden Quarter Award from District 79. That is given for renewing minimum 20 members. And we Arabians overshot in that, and we could renew 34 members in this October to March half year. We could add 3 new members and reinstate 2 old members. And today, we Arabians, Arabian Toastmasters Club, have 34 members, 34 active members enrolled, and together we are doing better and we will do the best. And together we excel is the motto for this year for Arabian Toastmasters Club. Dear members, now to take us all into the next, I can say, 2 hours, we have a dynamic, smart, vibrant, Toastmaster, Vice President Public Relations of Arabian Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Sangeeta as Master of Ceremonies for this celebration. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you so much, President. I hope I'm audible. Yep, I guess so. All right. Okay. Let me just take a screenshot of mine before we can proceed, as those duties still continue for me. All right. Celebration is the kind of food that we all need in our lives, where each individual brings a special recipe so that altogether it makes a great feast. Celebration is a human need that we must not and cannot deny. It is richer and fuller when many work and celebrate together. President of the club, past presidents of the club, Division L Director DTM Safar Mohammed, dignitaries from our fraternity, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I extend my greetings and gratitude for making the time and honoring us with your presence as we celebrate 18 years of the Arabian Toastmasters Club. It means a great deal to all of us that you are here, and we need to thank the pandemic a bit to have paved the way for this sort of a virtual connection. All of you have been a big part of the Arabian Club's journey, and your support, dedication, encouragement, focus, it has enabled us to get better and excel in everything that we do. Hence, the motto for this year, Together We Excel. Now, as a celebration for the 18 beautiful years of the Arabian Toastmasters Club, here is a video montage made by yours truly, honoring our club and its members for the past 18 years. So sit back and enjoy. Zoom Master, could you please play the video for us, please? Thank you all for patiently watching the video, and I hope it has brought some long lost memories from 2002 till present. And thank you all for being a part of those memories and creating special moments for all of us. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite the chief guest for this evening. It is believed that humor is the most significant activity of the human brain. Humor is the mask of wisdom. Please help me welcome a person who wears that mask very well. Our Division L Director, DTM Safar Mohammed. Please, a virtual round of applause for him.
Thanks, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
So, honorable leaders of the fraternity, Division D Director DTM Kotish, Area Director Toastmaster Raj Khan, Area Director Nadraj Babu, Toastmaster Ashik, President of Mind Academy, Toastmaster Bala, President of Jubel Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Jain, Distinguished Toastmaster Suresh Sir, Distinguished Toastmaster George Sir, Distinguished Toastmaster Uman Sir, Distinguished Toastmaster Ajit Sir, DTM Vijay, past President of the club, and brothers and sisters of Arabian Toastmasters Club. It gives me great honor to be part of this wonderful celebration. People used to say that they feel proud to be born and lived in an era where we had great personalities like APJ Abdul Kalam. I feel proud that I'm part of this forum since 2006 and witnessed the golden era, or witnessing the golden era of Toastmasters in Jubail. Any accolades in Jubail, and in particular to Division L, was always, but I would say is always, having a major mention of Arabian Toastmasters Club. This forum flourished by the diversities of each club and their unique culture. Arabian always had a very special space in this forum with their very special and unique culture of considering quality first. Let it be conference, or let it be contest, or let it be celebration, or any special event or youth leadership program, Arabian mark their presence in the heart of our members and records as well. Dear Arabians, you are lucky that you are constantly supported by stalwarts and headmasters in the club to ensure quality. As mentioned by our president, Toastmaster Arul, last year we had a member for the first time from Division L representing Arabian, shown a strong presence in the district international speech contest, DTM Vijay. This pandemic created panic among us. However, I believe that it was we Toastmasters who picked up the pace and got back to track. Winston Churchill once said that don't let a crisis go waste. And I would say that it was again we Toastmasters who used the brighter side of the crisis. The charm of this evening is the presence of almost all past leaders, which was possible only because we restrained ourselves onto online meeting. But the result was marvelous. I tried to check my camera at 6:45 and saw all of them having wonderful moments together. This evening, Arabian turned 18. If it was for an individual, it brings a lot of privileges. But Arabian was born matured. The stalwarts began the club, believed that well begun is half finished. They gave a good start, and rest is history. My association with some of the charismatic individuals started from this club. With great respect, allow me to mention the name of my mentor, DTM Suresh Kumar sir, who stand tall in my records. I had deep-rooted friendship with almost all past presidents, except our founder president. And I had the honor to get associated with them during different activities. This year, Arabian is actively contributing to our forum as always. Our Toastmaster Sangeeta, Master of Ceremonies, is serving as Public Relations Manager, and DTM Vijay as Chairman for Training and Coordination. Our own Toastmaster Saira and Toastmaster Dr. Shanti is serving the Corporate Social Responsibility Team of District, and again from Arabian. I'm glad that Arabian always uphold the core values of Toastmasters International. We know that we are growing, and at times things may get a bit messy, but we are lucky that divisional is always on the brighter side of the forum. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our leaders, starting from Toastmaster Jose Pekatel, Toastmaster Nandu Ganapati, Toastmaster Suresh Sir, Vasdar Gopal, Toastmaster Jamal Zahir, distinguished Toastmaster Ajit Kumar, Toastmaster Martin Valluran, DTM Jacob Kuriakos, Toastmaster Renji Thomas, Richie Thomas, Toastmaster Shyam, Toastmaster Jan Roy, DTM Uman Thomas, Toastmaster Abhilash Rajashekharan, distinguished Toastmaster Vijay Kumar, Toastmaster Richard Tripathi, Toastmaster Amdad Sarna, Toastmaster Chinmaya Lanka, Toastmaster Sneha Suresh, Toastmaster Ilya, Anup Ilyas, Toastmaster Sarah Uman. And I would like to thank all leaders, their EXCO members under their leadership, and then active members who stood firm with the club. All the best to the current president and his EXCOM to deliver the expectation to our members and raise the bar. Thank you and have a very wonderful celebration. All the best. Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you so much for those words of encouragement. And definitely we will make sure that we reach up to your standards or even higher this year for sure. All right, now who wouldn't love to hear from our past presidents? It's definitely been a while that we've heard from them, right? So let's not waste any time further and let's just hit on with it. First and foremost, I would like to call upon our founder president, Toastmaster Jose Pekatel, to please give a few words. Can we have a virtual round of applause for him, please?
Thank you, Sangeeta. It was such a wonderful experience to hear the past of our club. I very fondly remember when we happened to attend a meeting in the MAM with Mathis Kurian. And then the next day, I got an invitation from our founder, president of Jubail Toastmasters, Mr. Sorry, I'm getting old, so I forget the name. Who is not in the meeting today. He invited me to his office in Jubail. I used to work right across from his office, and we discussed starting a new club in Jubail. The first club, Jubail Toastmasters, was formed then. And then after a few years, I think 2 years or so, 2002, I started Arabian Toastmasters. Arabian Toastmasters was started, even though it was a corporate club of AYTB, I made sure it is a community club so that everyone can join, but at the same time, make the company foot the bill. And it worked for quite some time. I don't know what is happening now. I have to ask Suresh whether they are still paying for it. Anyway, that was the second club in Jubail. And Shahul Hamid opened the third club, for which Arabian Toastmasters was the sponsor club, Elite Toastmasters. And how can I forget PGR, who started the Global, which is the fourth club. And thus we became an area. And now today, I know we are a division, I believe, in Jubail, but the most important thing, when we started, we were under Bahrain district. And then we were shunted to Amman district. Now, today I am so very glad to learn that Saudi Arabia itself is a district now. What an achievement. And Arabian Toastmasters not only advanced, they have made leaders. People like, I can remember Suresh Kumar. Suresh is not only a leader now, he's not only a Toastmaster now, he's a consultant for the whole Saudi Arabia. And many other familiar faces I can see, Dr. George, Uman Thomas, starting Ajit Kumar. I knew he left Saudi Arabia, but it's so nice to see him joining from India. I can see Sham, Juan Roy, Vijay, I can see Richie Thomas, Vasudhar, how can I forget? And Saira Uman, and I think Suresh, where is your partner? I saw her a little while ago. You can't see her on the screen now. But so many familiar faces today. And I must tell you, I keep in touch through emails. Some of you have included me in the emails, so I get some emails. True to the name Arabian Toastmasters is gem of Arabia. There is no doubt about it. And also, Arabian is second to none in Toastmasters International, not only in Toastmasters District in Saudi Arabia. I believe we became in the past, I don't know right now, we were #1 club in Toastmasters International at one time. All of that happened because of you, all of you leaders and participants. And I also know that there are numerous children from the schools who have benefited from Arabian Toastmasters with their program for the school children. What a wonderful achievement. Ambiga, I cannot see your face, but I know you are somewhere there. So very wonderful to see our club has advanced so fast and we are doing so well. Kudos to all of you and all the leaders and all the Toastmasters who have worked on making this club one of the best, I would say, in TMI. And that's all. And I wish you all the best in the coming years. And this is only 18th, and let us celebrate 100 years of our celebration. And I'm sure your children, like I have 2 generations here. Vijay, your dad didn't come, but we have 2 generations already here. And I hope more and more of your children will also follow Vijay's footstep. And all the best to Arabian, and congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words, and hope we've made you proud.
Absolutely. Next. I couldn't be prouder than Arabian Toastmasters. It's my baby.
Thank you so much. Next, can we have a warm round of applause for the past president for the year 2004-2005, DTM Suresh. You're on mute, DTM Suresh. Unmute, please.
Distinguished leaders of the fraternity, distinguished Toastmaster Safar Mohammed, Divisional Director, our Area Director, Toastmaster Araj Khan, Division D Director, Toastmaster DTM Kotishwaran, my fellow past presidents, starting from Jose Picardle, and it's so nice to see Vasu, my good friend, my dear friend Vasu, my fantastic friend Richie, and all of them. It's so overwhelming. I'm so emotionally charged and overwhelmed that I'm unable to actually gather my thoughts to speak. I have so many things to say, actually. It's such a fantastic thing that has happened to us, that we can all at least see each other after so many years. Vasu lives across in Jeddah, but we haven't been able to talk to or see him for a long time. Thanks for all those nice words you said, Jose, but only I and you know what a reluctant starter I was. I was making alibis. I didn't have a tie. I didn't have driving license to drive. And you told me, I will drive you. I will give you my tie. And here I am today. You were the driving force and became the wind beneath my wings to soar and explore and reach wherever I could reach. And actually, I have often said this in the club to Sponsor Jose, just I'm saying this again for your benefit, that what I am, or what DTM Vasudhar is, or what DTM Ajit is a sum total of all the experiences we have, all the evaluations and table topics and the speech projects that we have done in the Arabians. It's Arabian who has made us who was carved out and made us what we are today. And Arabian has carved out, I'm not talking about myself, but fantastic speakers and leaders like Toastmaster Vasudhar, Toastmaster Jacob, Toastmaster DTM Ajit Kumar, DTM Vijay, one of the most promising Toastmasters in District 79. And Arabians have created stalwarts, it's immensely gratifying that I've been through the journey. Jose, have been very fortunate to be along with some of other friends as well, to be from the day one, from the day we sat across the table and coined the name Arabian, which was suggested by Ramanathan, DTM Ramanathan. From that day onwards till today, it's such a pleasure to have been a part of this fantastic journey. I have only learned and grown in stature. Arabians gave me a voice. It showed me, demonstrated to me that I have it in me to become a speaker. Arabians showed me in a mirror and taught me that I could write, I could speak. And I speak on behalf of many Toastmasters who have actually learned the nuances of public speaking, discovered themselves and toiled and grown to what they are destined to be. I cannot but thank DTM Jose Pecatl for that initiative that he had, and all those friends, Toastmaster Vasudhar, Toastmaster Ramanathan, Toastmaster Ajit, Toastmaster Jacob. We've had different discussions, arguments, because we're all so passionate about it. Sometimes even after the Toastmasters meeting ended, we used to stay back till 2 o'clock in the morning, discussing and analyzing every aspect that went across. And that was what built us and built the Toastmasters, built Arabian Club. I can go on speaking for a long time, but I can see the red light. So with that, I would like to end, and thank you to all my past presidents and all my members who stood with me and stood with all of us and helped Arabian to sustain and grow to the level we have now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, DTM Suresh. Tonight is definitely going to be a night where we get a lot of history today of our club. And it is kind of exciting and thrilling to be a part of today's meeting. And I actually feel sad for all those who have missed today's meeting, and hopefully we'll put up the recording soon. Next up, I would like to call the past president for the year 2005-2006, Toastmaster Vasudhar.
Distinguished Toastmaster.
Distinguished Toastmaster Vasudhar, sorry. A few words, please.
Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta Ramaswamy, our Chief Guest Toastmaster, DTM Toastmaster Safair Mohammed, our past president, one of my cherished Toastmasters, Toastmaster Jose Pecatl, my lovely friend, Toastmaster Suresh, and each one of you, all of you distinguished in your own ways. Toastmasters, it's homecoming. I would say that it's been a while since I was, I even forgot what it was to be a Toastmaster until today, when I'm seeing all these wonderful faces whom I have known in the past, and new faces. Believe me, it's homecoming. And I should thank Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal, who took that trouble and convincing me to come for this meeting. It's a pleasure to be here, and I should say that what I am today has a lot to do with my time as a Toastmaster. Now, Toastmaster Suresh just mentioned about that a lot of Toastmasters have learned the art of public speaking, being an Arabian Toastmaster. I think I would go a step further. I would say that I learned the art of speaking. Forget about being a public speaker. Suresh can remember very well the days, Jose can remember as well, that when I used to be called the nervous guy, I would hardly be able to get a few words out of my mouth when I would even talk to somebody in private. Forget about going on the stage and speaking. I would be completely tongue-tied. But Toastmaster is what really made me come out of that cocoon. I was that underdeveloped child who lacked nourishment, got it from Arabian Toastmasters, and I really owe a lot of what I am today to be from Toastmasters, Arabian Toastmasters Club. So I should say thank you a lot to Arabian Toastmasters, to have really molded me. What I miss today in Jeddah is not Toastmasters clubs. We have enough and more Toastmasters club in Jeddah, but what I miss today is that camaraderie, is that membership. Now, we would come to Toastmasters, we would be waiting for the next meeting immediately after the meeting that we had. And as Suresh said, we spent so much of time together that we would hate to go away from each other. That was the camaraderie we had. That was what really built us, and mentoring each other and helping each other in contests, helping each other speak. It's a memory that I will never let go of. Arabian Toastmasters is what has really made me, and I should thank everybody or in Toastmasters, my mentors, to have put in all that effort to mold a person like me into what I am today. So I wish all the Toastmasters all the very best in Arabian Toastmasters. And now that we have this virtual meeting, I think I may even want to join Arabian Toastmasters once again and be part of these meetings. I think that's something I'll be looking forward to. And my best wishes on this 18th anniversary. We are adults now, yeah, so we can't call ourselves kids anymore. So let us and celebrate this wonderful journey of Toastmasters, Arabian Toastmasters Club. And thank you very much for me being part of this club. Thank you. And over to you, Sangeeta.
Thank you so much. And had we turned 18, at least at the start of the pandemic, we would have had a lot of virtual meetings by now. But it's really great to hear from you. Next, can you please help me welcome the past president for 2008-2009, Toastmaster Martin. Please, a round of welcome for Toastmaster Martin. A few words, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Sangeeta, Chief Guest, TTM Safir Mohammed, past president, dignitaries, and vibrant Arabian members. A warm good evening to you all.
Good evening.
I wish you all a very happy anniversary. Being a past president and charter member of Arabian Toastmasters Club, this is my pleasure, and I thank for giving me this opportunity to speak few words in my club where I started, in fact, really growing. I still remember the formation of this club during one of our family get-togethers at Toastmasters Sajiv's house. At that time, I have never heard of the word Toastmaster itself. And the visionary Toastmaster Pakatil brought the idea there. We can start a Toastmasters Club. In fact, Toastmasters, the word itself was not known to me, but a club, yes, I thought, yeah, how it could be. I had an imagination and I agreed to be a charter member of the club. But once the club started functioning, I realized, actually, this is not what I thought of a club. And I can very well connect my initial period in Arabian Toastmasters to my initial years of schooling during my childhood. How my parents struggled to send me to the school. I was crying and coming back. And the same way, Toastmaster Pekatil, Toastmaster Nandu Ganapati, Toastmaster Suresh and all didn't allow me to run away from the club and forced me to continue. Once I started attending the function seriously, club activities seriously, I could realize how I could grow, not only in Toastmasters, but also in my career. I really thankful and highly indebted to these members of Arabian Toastmasters Club. I consider Arabian, its camaraderie, fellowship, and never compromising quality is the hallmark of Arabian Toastmasters. Truly speaking, I couldn't imagine of a club like Arabian Toastmasters anywhere else. And that's why after moving out of Jubail, I didn't join any of the other Toastmasters club. When for the last several years, now I really miss Arabian Toastmasters Club and my fellowship and camaraderie I enjoyed there. Now I don't want to speak more and spend more time of yours. I would like to thank Toastmaster Arul Shankar, President of Arabian Toastmasters, and the present executive members for giving me this opportunity. And thanks once again. And giving you all a happy anniversary wishes. Over to you, Madam Sangeeta.
Thank you so much. Our doors are always open. You can come and join us since we're connected virtually. Anytime. Just give us a message, you're in. All right. So next, can we please call upon the past president of 2010-2011, Toastmaster Richie. 2 words, please.
Good evening, Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters, the past presidents. A warm good evening once again. It's great to see the old faces, all my mentors and all those whom I learned from. First of all, I would like to thank the president of Arabian Toastmasters Club and the ExCom committee for the invitation. And I realize that this COVID-19 situation, it has given all of us a very rare opportunity to come to this forum and to meet and greet each other. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult and nobody would have thought about it. It's a long time since I have met and I see all these past presidents. Well, Arabian Toastmasters Club, it is a sweet memory, still remains in my mind, and on all the events which I cherish for a long time, it has become a mantle with which I train new members in Qatar. Here also I joined 2 clubs. One is a Malayalam club and one is an English club, and I am a mentor to both the clubs. And what I learned from the past presidents, I am giving to the new members. And after 18 years after joining Arabian Toastmasters Club, I am at the same age of those mentors and the past presidents long time back. So I'm trying to do what they were doing in the beginning of that club, and I do it because I really understand that it is worth doing. And even trying to emulate their performance, I don't know to what extent I can do that, but what I learned from them, I'm trying to give to new generation of Toastmasters. And I always tell them about the elegant socializing we had in Arabian Toastmasters, where we learned each other. We never thought about our differences in the ages or difference in our culture or difference in our education level or position. Never. I used to give a lot of recommendations to even my boss, and he was with a very open heart. He used to listen to me, and he used to teach me a lot. And that closeness, that has made me a better speaker. And it never I have come across such a situation in Toastmasters. I have gone through many clubs in Qatar and in Abu Dhabi and in Bahrain, but I never come across such a great fellowship between members, and thanks to Arabian and the great team. Well, I would like to remind you a few names like Janaki Prasad Patnaik and Matthew Skurian. Then I think Imtiaz Ahmad, they were all our mentors, and to get an evaluation from them in the beginning of the club, it was a great opportunity, and I cherish those moments in my life. And then the rest of the past presidents, whenever they were giving an evaluation, it always helped me to become a better speaker. I enjoyed Arabian Toastmasters Club a lot. I wish the new team all the very best, and always keep the flag high, flying high for Arabian. Over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much. The learnings in Arabian is for life. Once you learn it, you can never unlearn anything. Next up, I would like to call the past president for 2011-2012, Toastmaster Shyam. A few words, please.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Respected Chief Guest, DTM Safair, founder president of Arabian Jose Pekatel, my mentor DTM Suresh, all distinguished leaders, each one of you, present President Toastmaster Arul Shankar, and of course, every Toastmaster. You know, I got into Toastmasters by accident. One of DTM Oman Thomas's friend was being pestered by Oman Thomas to join the club. I'm not taking his name, but then he sort of conveniently, when I came into Saudi Arabia in 2008, he sort of conveniently told me and got me introduced to Oman, and Oman took me to Arabian Toastmasters. And that's where I met the galaxy of leaders, all the wonderful speakers. When I met the speakers for the first time, everyone was speaking so well. DTM Suresh, DTM Vasudha, Toastmaster Ajit. I could see them speak, and I thought, whoa, is this a place where you need to really compete with the speakers? I was literally intimidated, if I may say so, initially. But then I joined because somehow I liked that camaraderie, the fellowship that was happening around it. And I like to network. And I found a wonderful set of people in Arabian that I thought I can really be with these people, you know, so that I can become better at what I am. That's the only purpose that I felt I should join Arabian. And I was very lucky to have DTM Suresh as my mentor. Because to the day, he remains my friend, philosopher, and guide. As is every member who have come in Arabian, that kind of friendship that has continued over the period of time, all Toastmasters from Arabian remain my friends to the day. You take Toastmaster Abhilash, DTM Oman, whoever comes to Bombay, come home. And that's how I also reached out to Toastmaster, every Toastmaster who comes here, almost anyone, across the fraternity to outside Arabian too. So it gives us nostalgic feelings, you know, whenever I speak about Arabian. And when I joined there, I think it was during the period of Richie Thomas's presidency that I was the Sergeant at Arms. And from there, I had no other roles in the executive committee. Straight away, I became the president. And a couple of years later, I also became the vice president education. Very interesting phases in the kind of the journey that we had. In between, we had such wonderful contests. DTM Suresh, DTM Vasudha were winning. Toastmaster Jamal Said, DTM Jacob. Learned a lot organizing various division contests too. One of the division, those days, even today, I'm sure division contests are a big affair. And I was the contest, in the organizing committee. So there was all learning and the kind of, it was party mood, if I may say so, in Arabian. And that's what, in 2016 when I left, and today I saw the post of Toastmaster Chinmaya and I felt so moved. I mean, so we have we managed to impact people's lives, you know, when we meet people and we say about Toastmasters. Even today, when I'm a member of my Kharga Toastmasters Club here, DTM Suresh, I get his services to talk to the members in Kharga Toastmasters so that they understand what the legacy of Arabian. I keep telling, this was Arabian, that's where I learned all this stuff. So many great things. Of course, this is the official part of it. Later on, when the meeting gets over, we'll be speaking more. Over to you, Sangeeta ma'am. Take it over, please, because the time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your words, Toastmaster Shyam. Next, please help me welcome the past president of the 2012-2013 period, Toastmaster Juan Roy, all the way from Philippines.
Good evening, everyone. DTM Zafari Muhammad, all my mentors, my friends. Good evening. Arabian Toastmasters Club is always a special club. As you can see, I'm probably perhaps the only Filipino member of the club other than someone who I haven't met. And still, every time I'm with the club, then and now, I always feel at home. And that says something a lot with the kind of people which the club has, then and now. Let me share a story, short one, of how great this club is. My term, it was not the best of times. I struggled at work And so I also struggled with my role as a president because I was assigned to Yanbu and have to leave my family behind in Jubail. There were a lot of issues that I have to deal with, both personal and at work. Yet, during those difficult times, I was able to prove the kind of Toastmasters, the kind of persons we have in the club. The leaders and members of Arabian did their best to support me during those trying times. I almost gave up, actually, except that the Arabian Toastmaster Club didn't give up on me. As a result, I carried through, I regained my confidence. And during the next division conference, DTM Suresh, DTM Ajit, and myself swept all the contests except the humorous part. We went on to compete at the national level. Then TM Omen and I went to form the Jubail Filipino Toastmasters Club. I also became, as a culmination of my Toastmasters journey in Saudi Arabia, the District 79 Finance Director. So what I'm saying is that the best years of my life in Toastmasters was actually after my presidency, after my struggles. And so when I share this, I'm not really talking about myself. Rather, it's a testament to the greatness of the club, its leaders, and its members. And that greatness is remarkably shown by the Arabian, not just in how we celebrate with the victors during our triumphs, but also in how we help those who struggle rise. So with that, I'd like to remember everyone who has helped me become what I am, and all those lessons that I have learned, that I have always carried through until now. So cheers to the Arabian Toastmasters Club, all its people, past, present, and future. Congratulations to our 18th anniversary. Back to you.
Thank you so much for those words. And last but not the least, a past president for 2013-2014, DTM Uman. Few words, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Chief guest, DTM Safar, Area 53 Governor, Director, Toastmaster Raj Khan, other dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. In fact, one of the best things that happened in my life in Saudi Arabia is joining Arabian Toastmasters Club. Although I was a slow starter, in fact, I was not as a non-starter. I didn't want to join the club. Somebody pushed me to become a member. But over a period of time, I enjoyed it. And it is, I feel that is one of the most important things that happened in my life. And I look forward, even today, I look forward to attend Arabian Toastmasters meeting, even though it is on Zoom meeting. If I look back on Arabians, we all know are important things that I can remember is, I can correlate is the quality. We don't compromise on quality. Second is the camaraderie. And the third is our leaders or our speakers continue to support the club wherever they are, whether they are in India, whether they are abroad, wherever they are. First, about camaraderie. The camaraderie is very well shown that all students have attended this meeting. Proof that they all love them. And this has happened during their period. They must have left 3 or 4 years or 5 years or 6 years back. And today are interested to attend our meeting. And as DTM Vasudha said, he wants to join back the club. We have Toastmaster Anup, who has joined from India. Toastmaster Ajit, DTM Ajit is a member of our club. These are all because of our camaraderie. Second strength is, the third strength is our leaders or our own members. They all give support to our club. Like last year when DTM Vijay was the division winner, Our club took the initiative to arrange many many meetings so that he gets the best out of it. We had evaluation sessions conducted. This is what we were looking for. We support each other so that each one of us grow. I still remember long back when a club was having some problem and we were short of members. Arun wasn't came and he was just a new member at that time. Toastmaster Arun wasn't understood that that day meeting cannot happen. And later, a few years later, I asked him why you continued because he was just a new member. He said, this club has something which is different from other clubs. And I'm sure that will be helpful. So he continued and he is still a member of our club. That is what we want. Actually, I wish Arabian Toastmasters Club all the very best and let us celebrate 100th year and let our children be part of that celebration. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, DTM Woman. Well, we've heard from a lot of our past presidents, but now we are going to start something exciting. This is the exciting part of the evening. Who here doesn't love to watch a good old-fashioned debate? An argument where a bunch of people exchange opinions and try to convince the other that their argument is right? How thrilling is it? And who better to be the debate master than the young, dynamic, quick-witted personality who's been in the Arabian since 2013 and has been making us proud in every manner. So please help me welcome DTM Vijay Kumar as the debate master for tonight.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta, Divisional Director, Chief Guest DTM Safar Mohammed, Division D Director DTM Koti Suran, Area Directors, past presidents, officials of other areas, division, clubs, and my dear Arabian Toastmasters. Good evening. Let us celebrate tonight by having an argument. There's a quote that came to mind when the topic was finalized. You stop living when you stop learning. I'm sure all of us Arabians follow that quote very deeply because every meeting that we attend, we try to learn or we try to teach. No matter what situation the world is in, we Arabians move forward from physical meetings to online meetings. And so today, we are going to debate Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
On this topic. It is resolved that traditional education is better than online education. And obviously we need to have debaters, and Arabians have no shortages in talented speakers. So to speak for this topic, please help me welcome the leader of the team, DTM Ajit. His members include Toastmaster Sheetal, Toastmaster Ravish, and Toastmaster Ashik. To argue against this topic, the leader, please help me welcome Toastmaster Anup Paul Elias. His team include Toastmaster Uday, Toastmaster Manoj, and Toastmaster Libby James. Please give them a virtuous round of applause. Now, a few ground rules. The first round, each speaker will be given 2 to 3 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For the second round, each speaker will be given 1 to 2 minutes with the grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. And the leader of each team will get maximum of 3 minutes with 30 seconds on the higher side. And to help me with the timing today is our wonderful immediate past president, Toastmaster Saira Oman. Please give her a thunderous round of applause. an audience, you also have a very important role tonight. Not only will you be enjoying this wonderful debate, but you get to decide which team debated the best and which speaker debated best from each team. So please make notes, and we will have a polling session at the end of the debate, and winners will be decided. So don't switch off the camera and conk off. Be with us and enjoy the debate. To give the debaters, a presence as if they're debating in a live meeting. For those of you who have a controlled environment, I request you to please unmute yourself and react to the debaters. If you are not able to have a noisy environment, a calm environment, please mute yourself so that not to distract others. Between the round 1 and round 2, we'll have a 10-minute break so that the debaters can go off and prepare for the second round. And then we'll continue again after the break. Are there any more questions? So if hearing none, we shall start. And I request all the debaters to please pin the timer, Toastmaster Sarah Oman. You will be losing points if you cross a limit. So all the best, and please help me welcome the leader who will speak for the topic, DTM Ajit Kumar.
Dear debate master, fellow Toastmasters, and my worthy opponent. Good evening to all of you, and I hope I'm audible. Myself and my informed teammates are convinced beyond limit that the traditional education has the time-tested benefits and cannot be replaced by the online education. And it is always superior to the online education format. Progress of the entire human race depends on how we are educating our masses. And more so in the case of the all-round development of our child, a holistic development. The education is his birthright, and we cannot constrain or limit it by just putting a 16-inch screen in front of it. Education does not mean a video game or an entertainment or an engagement for convenience. It must be a serious business. We must ensure that the kids must go through the 12 years of minimum schooling in a traditional format before he can go into a professional education with all the infrastructure of an institute provided to him. Our team analyzed all the options very carefully, and today they will present their solid reasons to all of you that the traditional education far outweighs in its benefit with regard to the effectiveness of education with respect to online education. And the online education cannot continue and should not be allowed to continue beyond the days of the pandemic, which we are doing today. I remember the days when we were yearning to get back to school after the summer vacation, to meet our new friends in our new uniform, in the new books, trying to impress our new teacher, so much enthusiastically trying to take part in all the activities, like be it sports, drama, dancing, NCC, or guides movement. It was lots of acceleration and exuberance, unbounded. Today, look at the poor children. They are literally in a house arrest. We as responsible parents, adults, and elders cannot turn the plight of these little children into a life imprisonment. There are so many drawbacks which this online format has. Today, millions of children are kept out of education because of lack of infrastructure. The issues related to the psychological development of children, the security of children left in an unmonitored environment of internet. Professional education is being defunct without the necessary the training which it needs for the skills associated. Right? Children are ignored, they are not mentored. And above all, the quality of education itself is getting completely ruined. It's a very sad situation. And I'm sure that we are looking forward to a better days after the pandemic. Education doesn't mean that dumping theoretical knowledge down the throat of our poor children. education in a school, and a school is responsible for molding children to make them responsible candidates for the world. And in that respect, communication is a very important part of that development. I remember, and that communication comes primarily through the peer-to-peer interaction. I remember the days when I joined a professional institute, a premium institute, I could not speak a full sentence with confidence in English because of my Malayalam background, Malayalam medium background. But today I can speak with confidence. And I could also effectively lead a team at my workplace with confidence, all because of the value I could inculcate by the interaction with my peers and with my instructors in my college environment. Just imagine what would have been my plight if I were left to learn all my engineering in an online format. So we overwhelmingly oppose any reasonable, any remote chance of considering online education as superior to traditional education. Traditional education by far, and it is resolved, and we support, and we will prove it to you that it is far superior to online format and more effective in inculcating education to the children. Over to you, debate master.
Well, the gauntlet has been laid down. Education is a serious business, and it is not a game, and the leader has made his stand and is very clear. But there is two sides to every coin, and we have another bombastic team leader to speak against this topic. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Anup Paul Elias.
Debate master, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and my worthy debaters, a warm good evening. Traditional education is better than online education. I am completely convinced that online education is much, much, much better than traditional education, and it is the future. Dear worthy debaters, remember, change is something that cannot be changed. Change is something that cannot be changed. If you see Earth, initially the Earth was a hot ball. It was completely inhabitable. The change that made the Earth habitable, and that is why we are living here. When Aristotle told the Earth is round, the Greek called him insane. When Galileo told the sun is the center of solar system, the Romans called him insane. I see my worthy debaters like the ancient Greeks and Romans who have been opposing the great Aristotle and Galileo. People are reluctant to see the change. They stick to their comfort zone. I'm telling you, as majority of here are Indians, let us see our history. Initially, the humans were nomadic. That is, and their education is just hunting and surviving. Then what happens? Then the second form of education started, that is called Gurukul. What is Gurukul? The kings and upper caste people get the education, not the middle class, not the lower class, not the girls. Nobody gets education. Education is only for the upper class. That is the Gurukul education. Now comes the third generation. This is called the modern education system, where then everyone can go to school and get learned. This is the third generation. And now comes the fourth generation. Again, the third generation is, see, I told you, as I said, the change is always better. The Gurukul is better than the first one, the hunting. Then the modern education is better than Gurukul. Now the third one is much, much better because you get the education for the best among the best. Okay, if you have a teacher who is very good in US or any part of Europe, you get that mathematics or physics or chemistry, anywhere, you get the best teaching from the best guys. Again, I'm telling you here, and debater, my worthy debaters, most of my worthy debaters are engineers and doctors. Let me tell you, when you have a problem, what do you do it? You do, be honest and straightforward. We will do Google, right? Google G, the great Google G. I learned Google only after my graduation. Now the younger generation, right from the KG, they can see the Google, the great Baba Google. If I got that opportunity to learn about the great Google G, I might have been a great scientist like Einstein or a Newton. But I don't regret to be a great scientist like Einstein or Newton, but I'm really happy that my next generation is getting this great Babaji, the great Google-ji, to learn right from their KG. Again, dear worthy opponents, again, I'm telling you, changes that cannot be changed. So please understand, the new generation is online, and that is the fact. And I'm completely convinced, go for online. That is the future. Over to the debate master. Thank you.
Well, the question was raised and it has been answered. Online education is the future, and the future is now. Change or be left behind by like the Greeks. Well done, but a lot of analysis has been gone, as our leader has mentioned already. So to spill out more facts, to spill out more analysis, and to defend the topic, please help me welcome the second speaker who will speak for the topic, Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Dear debate master, fellow Toastmasters, guest, and my worthy opponent, good evening. Let me ask you a question. Which was your best time in life so far? I'm sure most of you are recalling the school days and the college time. And let me clear, those who spent few years in a hostel, don't you feel that you are even more lucky? Just remember your first day of your college. You were filled with joy, excitement, energy, pride, confidence, the satisfaction that you got the admission in the institution of your choice. We always cherish those memories, like the ambience of the college, the atmosphere full of life, adventures, silly challenges, competitions, common class bunk, midnight gossip, the meaningless discussion, late night studies with friends, and the ragging fun. Is all this possible on the online? No, not at all. Believe me, I can die to live that life again. This year, in July, a few doctors in KSA raised a doubt about my health, and they asked me to go for a biopsy. I was standing at the crossroad, but thank God that I have a group of very good hostel friends. They came to my rescue, and I'm safe today. Believe me, I desperately wait for the annual hookup with my school and the college buddies. A few weeks back, I was totally speechless when my daughter asked me, Mama, to whom I will distribute the chocolates on my birthday? Who is going to give me the birthday punches? That made me believe that the physical interaction is very essential for the development of friendship, a psychological bond, communication and interaction skill, which is very important for the psychological development of the child to work as a team, which the online education can never give you. Moreover, the values like the values of the discipline, the commitment, and the most important is the physical and sports education, which you can get only at the traditional education system. A healthy nation depends on its citizens. And the online education is affecting very badly the mental and the physical health of the students. Just imagine where we'll go in the future. The next point, which is most important, that few skill education and a technical education requires the practical sessions, which are completely absent in the online education system. I remember in my college, one of the backbencher, my fellow dentist, was referring a book while treating a patient. The patient lost the confidence on his treatment and simply ran away. Just imagine what will be the situation in case of online. Let me ask you, will you allow a doctor to treat you who has done all his studies online and don't have any practical experience to treat the patient? No, no one will of you allow. Thank you.
Psychology, values, and experiences, the best can only be experienced in a traditional educational system. Well, this is like a boxing match between Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. It is getting interesting. Please help me welcome the next speaker who will speak against the topic, Toastmaster Uday Kumar.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes. Dear debate master, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and my dear clever and logic teammate debate members, good evening. Our divisional L director was mentioning a quote by Winston Churchill: "Don't let the crisis go waste." As we see during this pandemic, the online education has taken a pinnacle, and we have been mentioning the future is here. Yes, the online education is the future. Number one, I have to mention that the online education will lift all the hurdles that traditional education has, like having a partiality within the students in the traditional classroom. Only the first bench students will be given the higher preference, and the backbenchers are always said to be lazy guys, and they'll be ruling the world, as we know. But with modern education, this partiality issues are getting reduced. Since the Zoom platforms are recorded, no one is going to have practicing this partiality. The moderator can regulate more discipline by having mute all options. They enable the hide video. There are plenty of options being available with online. Of course, I do agree. The students are the key persons, either in the online education or in the traditional education. They need to get engaged in the classes. It's their effort. Self-discipline, commitment, and time management all comes with the students in the online education. To name a few, the parents are the first teachers, and the teachers are the second parents. Kids learn the commitment, time management, self-discipline, mostly from their parents, and all need to be self-taught. Number two, I want to highlight a personal example of mine. My daughter is studying with Al-Azhar International School, and recently the tuition fees have been reduced for this semester, and the transportation fees is not available at all. All this is helping to save the money and utilize this for better for my kids' future just by joining extracurricular activities like coding classes, painting, and art classes. She's joining and she's enjoying a lot. Isn't it a real advantage for the online education? Apart from the kids no need to get early. They be at home and they use their time effectively, not to get ready for the bus. Of course, they will enjoy the effectiveness and they get more amount of knowledge. I'm sure many persons are having a healthy look. You can see your own. They get a good time right now and they can allocate more for their exercises. We, Team B persons are energetic. You can look at us and we do exercise online. Third, I just want to mention that more the students, online classes are giving education to the parents. My daughter was asking several questions about magnetism, electricity. I went to YouTube, Google, and I searched around Khan Academy videos, and I was explaining a lot about what is electricity, what is this. And most important, she was asking a question about conduction, convection, radiation, which I was explaining from the kitchen. So this was the pandemic situation, was exactly going into remembering all the old engineering stuffs. To comprehend, I want to mention that Team A, I want to have a difference. You want to know who you are and who you want to be and what you want to do. Thank you. Over to you, debate master.
Online education is the great equalizer. Students learn, parents learn, and teachers learn. Everybody learns. Well done, Toastmaster Uday. Please help me welcome the next speaker who will speak for the topic, Toastmaster Ravish Malpane.
Just to confirm, is it audible clear enough?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Dear debate masters, fellow Toastmasters, and worthy debaters, a warm good evening to all of you. When I first got this topic, my first reaction was that is it worth a debate? The topic itself is very self-explanatory, and it means, right? See, the best form of the education is what when the child goes through the association with his classmates, peers, teachers, and friends. The emotional bond, the human touch, which get developed by the interaction of the child through all this is very essential for the overall psychological development of a child. Don't you feel so? Like my daughter, who has been doing the online classes for the past 6 to 8 months, when I recently observed the development what she is getting compared to the last year when she was going to the classes, it not even the 10 persons. And this really makes me concerned like any other parents. The main reason is the online education creates only a monologue, but not a dialogue in the education environment. In many ways, teachers respect their teachers, children respect their teachers and friends, and look upon their teachers to correct mentoring. This motivational aspect, which children gets from their teachers, is completely missing in an online education platform. Fellow Toastmasters, like we have been doing this on the Zoom meetings for the past 6 to 8 months. But like any other Toastmaster, I also feel when I'll be going back to my traditional way of learning in the Puri restaurants, where I can get more effectiveness of this program education. Don't you also think so? This online educations were not recognized means of education to get the degree before the pandemic, except for the few certifications only to upgrade the skills. With this pandemic, although the institutes have mushroomed, but mostly for the sake of making the money. Take example of Byju's, who is insisting on learning a 6-year-old child the codes. Is it the worth? I think this online education will not go beyond this pandemic. It's having known that. No doubt the online education have given some convenience and flexibility, but at the cost of what? At the cost of the effectiveness of the learning. People might think is it a change, but remember, everything that glitters is not gold. Thank you.
Is it worth the debate? Child development is complete only in a traditional educational environment. Very strong philosophies and ethics and morals being brought out. Well done, Toastmaster Ravish Malpane. But there is somebody else to answer your question. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Manoj from the Against team. Toastmaster Manoj, are you with us?
Not audible.
Manoj, you are mute.
You were audible.
Yes, yeah, you're hearing. We can't hear you again, Toastmaster Manoj.
Can't hear you again.
You're not audible.
Shall we? Can we go to the next speaker in your team, Mr. Leader, Toastmaster Anup? Maybe by the time Toastmaster Manoj can fix his audio.
Manoj, maybe can take over you, and by the time you can fix your audio. Okay. Thank you, Manoj.
Okay, thank you. So we have a last minute change. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Libby to speak against the topic.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Good evening, Banado. All the revolutions, it's happened because of human rights. What is human rights? Each and everyone are equal. First of all, India is a democratic country. Democracy, everyone needs equal rights. So here, why I pointed out that point, the first one, India, it's a democracy, and all the people, poor people, village people, girls, Dalits, and disabled people, they are getting equal opportunity in this medium, like online classes. If they are, even a disabled child, if he is, how, even as a teacher, I know that how they are coming into school. So much of difficulties. So here, there is no fees, nothing. They can sit in their home and everyone will get the education. That is the first point I want to prove. Online class is best when we are comparing when the traditional way of education. Next one. Second one, I am a nature lover. Nature lover means trees. Millions of trees every day, they are sacrificing their life for your education. You're making papers, books, and heavy load the children they are carrying and coming in the school. Now, through online education, if you're getting, there is no need to kill these poor trees. Next one, today's meeting itself because of this online learning. Toastmasters now, one of my friend, even Toastmaster Ajit and another person, he told like, even it is very too much problems are there. We are sitting inside the homes. You are sitting inside the home not because of the online class. It is because of the pandemic. After the pandemic, you can go outside. You can take online classes within few hours. Then you are free there. You can go and do whatever you like outside. Clear? And next one, the school, a teacher, and a teacher, he studied in her 70s, and the knowledge, she is not upgrading. If he is not upgrading her knowledge, the students, they are getting that much knowledge only. But now abundant knowledge, it is available there. You can use it, and everyone are equal. They can get it very easily. That is another importance or benefit of this. And all the teachers and parents, they are inspiring their children, be independent, my dear son, be independent, my dear son. Here, your child is getting a golden opportunity to become independent. He is studying himself, he is learning everything completely himself, he is independent in his studies. Okay, and next one, what I have to prove is, the Toastmaster Rajit told, education is the overall development of a child. Yeah, sure, definitely I'll agree that overall development of a child means he want to know arts, science, maths, martial arts, everything. So which parent is ready? He is having that much money to spend for each and every teacher to give education for their child. It is not possible. So here, through online, the child is getting each and every development. Which area he want to choose, he can choose it. That is another benefit of the online education. And some of my ancient minded people, so really I'm sorry to say, you have to change. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Equal rights, equal opportunity, everyone learns, and the environment is also protected. Well done, Toastmaster Libby. And please help me welcome the last speaker who will speak for the topic, Toastmaster Ashik.
Am I audible for all of you?
Yes,
okay. Good evening, Toastmaster and my worthy opponent. Let me reiterate my point in addition to all my fellow members, that traditional education is always better than the online education. Why I'm saying is because one of my opponents said the change is inevitable. I would say, is the change is effective? That is a question. In traditional education, the physical and social interaction is a part of the process, because it gives you the bond whereby we won't be in this cage environment which we are experiencing today. So please kindly ask yourself that, is it effective? That is the most important point here. Let's say, for example, instead of having in our Arabian debate, and if we have it in a live on a physical environment, how it is so effective? Is it comparable to this online debate? It never be a comparable to this online debate. It is definitely an effect in the physical presence at least. Even I used to travel all the way for more than 100 kilometers to up and down 200 kilometers just to attend the meeting. Why? Because of the effectiveness of that particular meet, because of the Arabian meeting. So the second thing I would like to stress here is, today we are all talking about these online, and we have enough infrastructure to be to make it possible to make it. Even we don't have a basic infrastructure possible, especially in a country like India or any African country. There is a study done by OECD stating that in Africa, only for 150 students, there is only one computer is available. So how can it be online education being effective method of passing the knowledge and part of an online education? And finally, I would like to stress the point: the online education is lacking this self discipline because people have been in the online environment, we have been all distraction and interruptions are inevitable. So how we are going to, there is a bigger question mark that how to have 100% focus and commitment of the students for the effective learning. So in the environment of a comfort of a home, there is always a distraction. So the online, if in this, it's lack that effectiveness in that particular environment. Further to that, finally, I would like to close with saying in an online environment where the students been exposed to these health hazards, like for example, when they are long interacted with the computer and all the devices, there are so many studies done by California University and even MIT has done it affecting the emotional stability and all kind of impact on the thing. With that, I will strongly say traditional environment is always better than the online. With that, over to the debate master.
Change is inevitable, but do we need to change just for the sake of changing? A very important question. Toastmaster Ashik, well done. And to the last speaker from the against team, Toastmaster Manoj, can you please test your mic again? No, you're still not audible. Do you want to like disconnect and then join again? We still can't hear you. Can you leave the meeting and join the meeting again? Maybe that might help. Toastmaster Manoj, are you back with us? Hello? There's an option in the bottom where the mic is there. Can you just see if you have the right settings?
Manoj, you can connect physical headphone or anything. Instead of, if you have Bluetooth or anything, just disconnect the Bluetooth and you can connect physical headphones.
Toastmaster Anup, I don't know if we'll have Toastmaster Manoj with us. So Maybe we can give your one more member of the speaker if you want, someone else wants to speak a second time, or we can move to the next round. I request maybe a Didi woman. What do you recommend?
I think we can give some time, and then is it right to give for a second chance to another person? Is it okay? Let the opponent team agree for that, opponent team leader.
Okay, I have no problem with it. If there is a technical issue, we will get over with it. No issue, no problem. But it should not be the leader, it should be somebody else.
There is a provision of a break in between 2 rounds. So if you want, we can take a break now till the time issue get resolved.
Actually, you're hoping to use a break for your discussion in between for the next round. Okay, let's. If it's okay with the leader of the against team, we will go the 3 speakers, and then maybe hopefully we'll have for the next round we'll have Toastmaster Manoj back.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please, Toastmaster Manoj, the floor is yours. We lost you again. Toastmaster Manoj, we lost you again. We can't hear you again. Okay, I guess I will take the decision now that we will go to the next round, and hopefully Toastmaster Manoj can get his points in the rebuttal round. So we will now go for a break of 10 minutes, and also I will be moving the participants to the breakout room. You'll be given 5 minutes to discuss or until the end of the break to discuss your points, and we'll back to the rebuttal round. Now I will move you all to the breakout room. Please accept the pop-up when it shows up. Toastmaster. Okay, you have been given an invitation, so please move into the breakout room, and you can use the WhatsApp group for the debate if you have any issues.
Good evening.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
Note down you.
We can speak now. Now it's break time. Everybody is silent.
Waiting for all the assignees to.
Umanji, good evening.
Oh, still break is not yet announced.
Okay, I think all the members.
BTM Vijay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, the break's announced. We'll have a 10-minute break. The floor is yours.
Coffee.
Oh, sorry. Where is the coffee and the snacks? BTM Vijay.
I'm just the debate master. Please ask the
Then Sangeeta.
We only know you.
It's all available virtually. You have emojis on your phones and laptops. Pick any drink of your choice, pick any snack of your choice.
Traditional is better.
Good evening, everyone. All my dear leaders, brothers and sisters.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Great debate. Only we miss one of the great debaters of our Division L. DTM Suresh.
Can't be Suresh all the time.
Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Toastmaster Yuvan Roy. Great to see you.
Hello. Same here.
Yeah. Great to see.
What is the title Philippines now?
What is this? NRI means non-residential Indian. Yuvan Roy?
No, his company.
Yeah.
Nomura.
Yeah,
Nomura.
Japanese.
I know him. Yeah, I know him because I used to follow him on LinkedIn. So
LinkedIn.
I know him. DTM Woman, sir.
What is the time?
How are you?
Good evening, good evening.
DTM Vijay, our master, debate master.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Madam Toastmasters, Saira Madam. And hello. I see our division directors are there, both Division L, Division D.
Hi.
Hi, dear. Madam Sangeeta, Madam, how are you, ma'am? Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Great to see all our past presidents of our Arabian Toastmasters connected. Very, very faithfully and loyally. Great to see that.
Madam.
Toastmaster Shyameta, good evening.
Sangeeta.
Yes.
Sangeeta, I need to catch up with an appointment at 9 o'clock.
DTM Das Babu, DTM
Allow me
Kotis.
to leave, please.
For sure. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much.
Thank you all, and, all the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Good evening.
And Sangeeta,
good evening.
Sangeeta, you have our divisional PQD.
Good evening.
Distinguished Toastmaster A.K. Das on my behalf for anything from division.
Sure. No problem. Thank you so much.
We need 10,000
Good evening,
fund for
Sure.
we need 10,000 fund for further improvement.
Good evening, DTM Kotis.
Yeah, வணக்கம். நீங்க பேசலையா?
DTM Vasudharan.
Very good.
அண்ணா வணக்கம்.
Vasudharan sir, how are you?
வணக்கம்.
Vasudharan sir, how are you? Good.
Good evening, Jain. Jain, how are you?
Thomas. All the headmasters are silent today. Why?
Because it is online class going on.
Oh, okay. No, they are not habitual of online classes. That's a problem.
See, online classes always our masters are our students, okay? Because they know technology more than us.
Yes.
Yeah, we belong to different generation.
So if you discuss that, we will be influencing the debaters.
Debaters. Debaters, where are they? They are inside the
debate is something related to this.
Debate only outside.
Good evening,
I was expecting Saira Oman to speak because of the teacher, but she has become a timer today.
Our dear brother Joseph Pekatil, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Yuan Roy.
Good evening.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Great.
Because I sent you a message within 2 seconds, you have replied back. Thank you very much.
We have all our past presidents, Toastmaster Richie Thomas, Toastmaster Martin, Eta. Great.
Yeah.
DTM Vasudhar, it's been a long time, huh?
Good evening, Martin Eta.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, John, it's a long time indeed.
Yeah,
the last time I saw you, I went to your house. You gave me a direction on how to go to Dubai.
That's true. And it's wonderful to see
how is life in
Jose Pekatil.
Good to see, yeah. Really great to see
I would not have recognized you if I had seen you on the street.
Good evening.
Our beloved Jose back. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Jose. Good evening, Martin.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Toastmaster Joseph.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Fine, sir. Fine.
Jose, what time is it where you are right now? I don't know where you are.
It's like it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh. In the US? You're in the US?
In the US, Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Okay.
After a long time,
yes, sir. Yes, after a long time, and I think I could see some whiteness here. So maybe you're following.
Whiteness. There are 2 reasons. One, due to pandemic, we are not going out, so there is nowhere to dress up. So no shade.
Okay,
and
that's nice.
The color being white, I can't help it. Getting old.
But Jose, is that your beard? I thought it was your mask.
Yeah, but even if I have to go out, nobody knows.
Sundra Gopal is informed now, actually. He's coming informed.
You can move out without a mask. Nobody will identify. So that's so nice.
No, Jose doesn't believe in wearing a mask. Masking is his true self. He doesn't want a mask.
Oh my God.
Inbuilt mask. Born with the mask.
Great to see you both. I think after a long time, Joseta and I think Toastmaster Martin is back with us. So nice, Eta. Thank you.
Yeah. Sneha, nice to see you, Sneha.
Yeah.
Hi, Toastmaster Sneha.
Good evening, Ma.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Madam Toastmaster Sneha. Welcome.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening,
Where is our president? He's having his nuts
Good
and
evening, Basukat.
fruits, or where is he?
He is in the breakout room, I think.
Soaked nuts and soaked nuts and fruits.
Soaked nuts and
Soaked nuts and raisins. Yeah, dry fruits.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the people are very hard to see. Madam Toastmaster Saira Woman, glad to see you.
Thank you. Great to see you too.
Okay, dear
Tell
leaders.
me, Toastmaster Saira, is that your, are you live on that screen or is it a virtual screen?
Virtual screen because she's the timer. She has to show the time.
He's the timer.
But how come you got blue? It should be green.
No, after the time is elapsed, it'll come to green.
I'm glad you didn't say that she should be red.
Oh my God.
Hey, boss, when are you coming on this side?
DTM Ekadas, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. You know, see, I saw the stalwarts of last 15 years, you know, when they were Vasudev, you know, very nice to see you all.
Yes,
DTM.
When we see you, we realize that how old we have become actually.
No, I'm not getting old. It just runs in the family.
I said, we realize means we, not you. You are all as young as ever, so there's no choice.
At least you should be happy. I got hair here, but none here.
Toastmaster Jayan is here. Hi Jayan, how are you?
Hey, very good, very good. I say hi to you, but you was too busy. And I thought, okay,
I'm so sorry, Jayan.
Normally, Jayan is missing in action. Very hard to find man, but it's all for a good purpose.
No, for Jayan, you need to give him a mic in his hand, then he starts singing.
What is that?
Give a mic in your hand and you start singing, I said.
I am free. No mic, nothing. I was just, watching from the beginning.
You see that the problem is now it's a problem now. Jayan is online. There are so many people outside maybe looking for his help now. That is the problem.
Very true.
So don't be surprised if he disappear from here because someone is asking for some help. So he will be gone.
Very true.
Good evening, Ruchi.
Good evening.
Where is
Good
Ruchi?
evening.
Ruchi is there?
Good evening, Mr. President. Good evening, sir.
Ruchi, are you there?
We were discussing.
To be there.
We were discussing your diet for your dinner actually.
Yeah.
We were just saying that you have some soaked nuts and raisins. Must be having it over there. Arun. He professes by them, Venkat.
Our debaters are back. I request all of you to please come back. Let us finish this debate, and then we can continue.
We have not finished our debate, debate master.
I need to ask a timer to show the red card now because
Juan Roy, are you from Manila?
Our debate is better than yours, Vijay.
Yeah, true.
Yes, I'm in the Philippines. DTM
I know you're in the Philippines, but is it from Manila or from province?
Pampanga, about 100 kilometers away.
Yeah, about, like a couple of hours, right?
Couple of hours, yeah. 2 hours.
All the best. All the
Nice
best,
to see you,
everyone.
Yuvan.
All the best. Over to you, Toastmaster. District Toastmaster
Anoop,
Vijay.
yes. You haven't changed. Still that sense of humor.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We had a debate before the break. We're going to have a debate after the break as well, and we had a good debate during the break as well. So, welcome back, and let's kick things off without any delay. Please help me welcome the first speaker from the Against team, Toastmaster Libby James, for this rebuttal round.
Good evening once again. So here I have to prove that online education is the best one when we are comparing with the traditional way of education. One point I want to collect it from Toastmaster Ajit, what he told actually, he joined in Toastmasters because even the Malayalam, Kerala, he came from Kerala. So that's because of a lots of issues that's happened. Even basically, English education itself, it is a change. It's happened in the educational field. Ancient, it was Gurukula system of education. Then the Britishers came India that time, English education started. At that time, many objected that why we need such kind of an education here. Many, our Indian leaders also, they were against that. So many oppositions or against decisions or points will come, but definitely it will overcome from all these things. That is quite natural. Growth, even another point, the other person, he supported traditional education. He told, change is inevitable if it is good or what. That's such a way he raised a question. Here, change, I'm saying, a small child, even he is so innocent and so cute in the childhood time. It shows that you can't say that you don't grow, my dear. You are so cute now, so your changes definitely will change you. No, even adolescent, everywhere, beautiful memories and things are there. So you have to find out, you have to enjoy that. That's it. Here also the change, it is inevitable. The education field also, it is very much needed for us. Next one, what I have to say is, one question I want to ask, how many hours each and everyone who are sitting in this room, you are spending in front of the computer? It is not because of the online education. Before also you were there in front of the computer, and you are blaming against because of the online education, a lots of health issues, a lots of problems are there. Before also heart attacks were there. Before also eye infections were there. Eye strain and stress were there. But that time we didn't complain against the online education. Now we are in the pandemic situation. You are complaining we are not able to go outside because of this online education. It is not because of online education. It is because of the pandemic. Later the pandemic also, you can do this and you can enjoy your life also. Over to you. Thank you.
Must have been a heated discussion during the breakout room because the speaker has come out swinging. To answer the questions, please help me welcome Toastmaster Sheetal from the 4 team. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sheetal.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, all once again. Here, Mr. Uday told that anytime we can see the recordings on the YouTube. You parents are always behind to restrict our child the uses of the YouTube. Let me ask him, if you have a tooth pain or you want to take out your teeth, I just send you a YouTube link and we'll ask you, just watch the video and take out your teeth on your own. Is it okay with you? No, definitely no. No surgery, nothing is possible. Everything is not possible online. The second point was the comfort zone. We can study online education as per our comfort zone. But if we don't step out of the comfort zone, how we will take the risk? How we will improve? The team leader Toastmaster Anup told the change is always good, but we will be in a condition to accept the change only when our foundation is strong, and you'll get that strong foundation only through the traditional learning. So my next point is independency. Madam Libby was talking about the independency. We want our child to be independent right from the early age. If the child is independent right from the early age, then what is the need of the family? What is the need of the parents? Are we creating the Rapunzel kind of kids? Just sit at home and do everything as per your comfort. Don't step out. Don't take the risk. I don't know parents will like to grow up your child like a Rapunzel child. The next point you were talking about the infrastructure. If you are really worried about the infrastructure, are the poor people are in a condition to buy the mobile and the internet package every month? They're struggling to have the food. The government educations in villages, many government schools are providing the education at free of cost, and they are giving them the meals also. When the people don't have sufficient food to eat, how they will afford the technical gadgets and how they will go? The most important in the online education is the dependency on the technical. Just say Toastmaster Manoj can't attempt his speech only because of this technical glitch. Thank you, and back to you, debate master.
It may be an online debate, but teeth are still being pulled out. To answer this question, please help me welcome from the against team, Toastmaster Manoj.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, once again. Well, let me come to the point directly. One of our very good debaters stated that when we ask our children or when we talk about ourselves, what is the best time that we have spent in our life? And that was schooling. Believe me, 15, 20 years down the line, when you ask the children of this generation, they will still say it is schooling. It was so nice getting up at their own time, not at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting ready for the school. Doing all the activities that they have been doing at the school, studying their portions, having all the activities that they were doing at school, at home itself. Just imagine when we were at our schooling days, we used to say, oh, where do I get this information from? Today, if the child has to get an information, it's all available online. You just have to type it in the Google and you get the entire information from there. The students are updated. Children are updated. So one of the debaters also talked about Byju's app. Can you imagine, just take a small theory of, say, projectile motion. Today, with such apps, we can always have a dynamic picture rather than a static one. We used to just study that, okay, the object is moving like this, but today the children can see, which makes them more conceptually strong. And that builds the basics for any child to move ahead in future. There's a holistic development that is being done in the online education. So I strongly feel that the online education is much, much better than the traditional one. Over to you.
Even though Toastmaster Manoj had technical glitches, he made sure his voice was heard in this online debate. Well done. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ravish to speak for the topic.
Yeah, is audible? Good?
Yes, you're audible.
Perfect, yeah. So good evening again, debate masters, fellow Toastmasters, and my worthy opponent debaters. Good evening again. Like I heard a few of the opponents saying that change is inevitable. Yes, in any way, the change is always inevitable. But very specific, is this change a worth? That is the what changes it has done, the online education compared to the traditional. If you see, it has only increased the burdens of the parent. Now, parent monitoring has gone more instead of getting eased. Does the online education do the children's homework? No. There is no accountability in the online education. There is no human touch, the effectiveness which I was speaking about. So this change is not at all a worth. One debater said that now we can Google anything. The Google was there even before this online learning classes started. So it was already there. This is not a major change on that. But what the Google gives is a very specific item what we are looking for, but it doesn't build the thread what we get built in the traditional way of learning. And this fact also you can Google it. One debate says on the making the child independent, but just take the time of making a child independent, the maturity and the tenderness what the child has. It is the right time to make him independent to this online learning mode? Not at all. We seriously need to think into that. That's not a right. And on the environment friendly, yes, the books are always recyclable and have been used. So there is no harm to the environment, as my friends have already said. So with this, I again firmly believe, yes, the traditional education is not only best, proven and time-tested method compared to the online education. Over to you, debate master.
No human touch, no accountability. Traditional is the only way to go. Well done, Toastmaster Ravish. Now, please help me welcome Toastmaster Uday Kumar to speak against in this rebuttal round. Toastmaster Uday Kumar.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Dear worthy debaters, I take this opportunity to thank the opposite team that they're giving too many points to Team B. The topic was, which is better, online or traditional education? And I could able to see from Toastmaster Shrikar that she's been mentioning about surgery and all the other things. Of course, there are several things available. Augmented technology is available for surgery and those many things have been available. To state again, whatever the things they mentioned about Baiju app, it's still showing several vivid pictures, verbal pictures. There are plenty of conceptualized steps are being available for the kids to learn about. Online education is very effective and it's going to be the future. There are social interactions still there, of course. Ask your kids, definitely they'll be mentioning on. The kids are sitting around, they chit chat and they just gossip around, They enjoy, they love this kind of timing. And especially as Toastmasters, we've been eagerly waiting for holidays, free time, leaves, a lot of times and to chit chat with the old friends. During this online Zoom meetings, of course, we could able to see everyone being around. Our opponent leader, Toastmaster Ajit, is joining from India. And my leader, Toastmaster Anup, is joining from India. All this only could be possible only through this online, right? Distractions are available. Still, focus is there, right? Conducting examination in online examination is very simple. Of course, there's a study say that objective type examinations are the best way to test your knowledge. And of course, to mention this, the subjective knowledge, what we've been carrying around olden style, definitely it's not going to be helpful. Objective style will be giving in-depth knowledge. And of course, with this online education is going to get into in-depth knowledge. Online education will be definitely having an environmental free things. There's no need of having a big books and no need of having any papers. Everything is available on your laptop. And you just look into all your soft copies. And most important, there's no transportation, no need to go anywhere. Just sit on your laptop and learn everything. No fear, environmental free. We are far off, actually, 21st century. So we should get away with the old-fashioned and old-school thought and be a smart parent. For kind of information, there are plenty of websites being available. Khan Academy is a free software. No need to spend money around it. Baiju, they have a free software too. QMath. There are other several online education era software that have been available. So to conclude, online education is the best and for the future. Over to you, debate master.
Let us leave the old thoughts behind. Online education is very effective and it is the future. No two things about it. Toastmaster Uday, you have made your thoughts well known. Now, to answer these questions, please help me welcome Toastmaster Ashik from the 4 team.
Good evening, Toastmaster. Again, good evening to all of my opponents. Let me reiterate again to make them to their evidence visible to our opponents. One of the opponents said about the nature-loving and paperless which how we are going to do the recycle, how can going to dispose about. Further to it, we are going to create through overuse, we are going to create what we call as the regressive behaviors of students going to come over the years due to instability of the usage of the waves of the usage of the equipment. So how we are going to rectify that? Then further to that, one of our another opponent said to me, said regarding the all the information available online. Today we have information available online. What about, I would like to say, we have overload of information. Is it beneficial for you? We are storing enough of information in our computer. Are we using for our benefit? Definitely not. So I would like to state that we have the issue with regard to the effective education is only possible through a traditional education, not at all possible through the online education. So I kindly request my opponents to accept that traditional education cannot be replaced by the online education. Over to you, debate master.
Technology cannot help develop personal relationships. Toastmaster Ashik, you have put your thoughts down and finalized. And now, to wrap up the major points, to wrap up his team's thoughts and final decisions on this topic, please help me welcome the leader for the against team, Toastmaster Anup.
Change is something that cannot be changed. Debate master, fellow Toastmaster, distinguished guest, and worthy opponents, warm good evening. Let me ask you, what is the topic? My dear worthy opponents, what is the topic? Topic is traditional education is better than online education. Does it say something about school children? Does it say about school education? It is, whatever you are saying, it is something like Earth is the only solar system. Earth is a part of a solar system. Same thing. School education is one of the aspects of the online education. Not if you don't think, please come out of schooling. It's much more than that. I know hundreds of people, my friends, close friends. They are very talented, but because of family and financial circumstances, they couldn't do their graduation. But because of online education, their dreams have come true. My worthy opponents, they always see problem everywhere. Here problem, there problem, everywhere problem, and they are focusing only in the problem. Hey, I want to ask you, dear worthy opponents, have you heard about Kudathai case? A wife killed the husband using cyanide. Have you heard about Uttara case? Husband killed a wife with a snake. We know marriage gives more problem. Sometimes when we see all these cases, it is deadly. On seeing all these things, have we stopped marrying? We get married and we make sure our kids also get married and we make sure our neighbors also get married. My friend, don't see the problem. Always find a solution for the problem. Don't be a part of a problem. Be a part of a solution. Mental health, physical health. I'm asking you, our topic of the debate is only online education. Just come out of the COVID situation. Because of the COVID situation, you are inside. Just learn mathematics, physics from the world-renowned teachers, the best among the best. Learn it and come out. When join some sports club, join a gavel club, Toastmaster gavel club, improve your communication skills. You get the human touch. You get the emotional health. This is how your children grow. We are saying spend 1 hour or 2 hours, get the knowledge from the best among the best. And somebody is saying that change is worth. I'm asking you, when you are young, we look very cute and very lovely. So can I always be young? This change is not worth. I am going to be always young. Is it possible? No, never. You cannot stay. Change is something that you cannot change. You will get old. That is the change. Please accept it, dear debaters. Please accept this. I am calling you worthy debaters and worthy debaters. Please understand. Since I am calling you at least worthy debaters, understand online is the future. I'm telling you with the facts and figures. In January 2020, Business Standard clearly says that in India, every mobile is sold in every second. You can check and find out. This is in Business Standard. That is how it goes on. And people are saying nobody's having mobile. Everybody's having 1 or 2 mobiles. I'm asking you, debaters, how many mobiles, smartphones you have it? You can tell me. This is the fact. Greatest institute like IITs and IIMs are offering online education, man. I am doing online education in IITs now. Because see, please understand, online is the future and this is the change. Whether you accept it or not, change is the change. So over to debate master. We strongly believe the future is online. Over to debate master. Thank you.
I think I will allow Toastmaster Anup Paul's speech to speak for itself. I will not add anything more to it. A very strong conclusion, a very strong message. But Please help me welcome now the leader who will speak for the topic to make his final concluding remarks. Over to you, DTM Ajit.
I'm very sorry to hear all these worthless arguments being put forward today. We are talking about crime, we are talking about British rule and stuff like that, totally unrelated because they don't have anything to prove that the online education is better. They're only talking and making noise. Look at this. Will I ever go to a surgeon who is passed out through the Google education? And I think unlike this our worthy opponents, I will never think that online education is a replacement strategy for the traditional education. It is a change which is forced upon us temporarily by the COVID situation. It should not be followed. Just like if you have a breakdown of a car, you may walk home. Doesn't mean that you're going to walk home every day, right? The same situation here. We are talking about opportunities, equal opportunities not being provided. That is a wrong concept. Equal opportunity has always been provided to every children in our country. Look at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who came up from a very poor background to the president of this country. How he could have done it if that opportunity was not available to him? And the kids are they say that it's a freedom and the comfort of the kids to accept whatever education that comes in a way. It completely spoils the standardization of education. Until yesterday, the online education was available, but none of the no employers ever will, even in future, will consider a graduate coming out of an online education worthy of being employed. This is only a supplementary information which people get through the online system, cannot be replaced through the traditional system. And I'm also happy to hear that one of our debaters were telling from the opponent team that, oh, schooling is an online system. Then what are we talking about? Now, if you're talking about traditional education here means just like we all learned that we go to school, we go to different colleges and learn by doing stuff and not by learning out of an app or something like that. But that is the traditional education. Here he says that schooling as a traditional education. How stupid is an argument? And one of our opponents said that she can even learn martial arts by online things. Like, are you going to punch the air and learn it? So I am against. I'm not convinced, and none of us are convinced by these arguments. And it goes without saying that traditional education is by far superior to the online education. This change is temporarily and it's not going to stay. Once the COVID situation goes out, everyone will go back to their colleges. And what are we trying to equate? We are trying to equate the MITs and IITs with Byju's? Are we deteriorating ourselves so badly? You think like the people who would have landed in the moon with a jet propulsion lab being set up online for people to learn from? Just like what so it is proven without doubt that online education is definitely inferior to the good effects of the traditional infection. The benefits of traditional education far outweighs the online education. Over to you, debate master.
Wow, two very strong concluding remarks. Well done to both the teams. May I please request all our audience members to unmute themselves and give all our debaters a wonderful round of applause. Before I launch the poll, I would like to show my gratitude to the debaters by giving them a virtual certificate. If I may please share the screen. Can you all see the certificate?
Yes. Yes.
Please,
Yes.
Yes. Please give a round of applause to DTM Ajit Kumar. Toastmaster Ashik Nazir. Toastmaster Ravish Malpani. Toastmaster Sheetal Agarwal. Toastmaster Anup Paul. Toastmaster Uday Kumar. Toastmaster Manoj Kumar, Toastmaster Libby James. And also a special thanks to our wonderful timer, Toastmaster Saira Oman. I will now launch the poll. There will be three questions in the poll, one for the best debate team, and then one for the best speaker of the for team, and one for the best speaker of the against team. I request you all to consider who did perform the best, considering the topic given, and vote accordingly. I'm
Any disqualifications?
There are no disqualifications. Everyone is qualified. Can you all see the poll?
No. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I will keep the poll open for another 10-15 seconds. Still I have about 6 or 7 people to vote. Okay, I'll be ending the poll now. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It was wonderful being the debate master. It was wonderful listening to both the teams. Each team, each speaker brought their own ideas, brought their own thoughts and their own visions about what the future will be about online education or traditional education and education in general. What is one thing for sure is that education will never stop one way or the other. We will keep learning. We will be moving forward. So let's all keep that in mind and wish you all a happy 18th anniversary. And over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, Debate Master and the debaters, for an awesome session. Had we had more time, this debate session would have kept on going. But since we're running short of time, let's just hurry up. We have a few more dignitaries with us and we would love to hear them speak. So could you please give a big round of applause for the Division L Program Quality Director, DTM Ekedas. A few words, please.
Madam Master of Ceremony and my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening to all of you.
Good
Now,
evening.
it is always a part of the Arabian team. Now, if I look to my Toastmaster journey when I joined in 2006 and 7, and I look to the stalwart presidents when they were, I was just listening. I love that I had an opportunity to work as a Toastmaster with all of them. To be a part of Arabian family, Toastmasters family, it is always a pleasure I had seen in my Toastmaster journey. And today, because of two things. One, the quality of things, what I saw when I go to the Arabian club. Always there's an opportunity of learning something from the Arabian meetings. That is one. Second, the hospitality. When you go to that club, you feel that you are not a stranger. The warm welcome and see the known faces. It's always you will feel pleasure of yourself that Arabian is a great, and you see the great debate, the words which are used. Really, I'm very happy. And I saw today, that's why from the start of the, I come little late, but I love the way they conducted the debate and very nice to listen to things, the arguments and all. And you see, then I was listening all my presidents, your presidents, those the things. And I, as a Toastmaster, had an opportunity to work with many of these presidents, and I saw them today. So it is always, as I told, it is always a part of to be the Arabian family. And it is as a Toastmasters for me. All my great leaders, the mentors who are here, who supported me to grow as a Toastmasters. So hats up to all Arabian family members, and over to Master Salman.
Thank you so much, DTM Ekedas. Next, can we please call our Area 53 Director, Toastmaster Arash Khan, if you're still online?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, a few words, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Master of Ceremony, Madam Toastmaster Sangeeta. Respected Divisional Director, DTM Sapphire Sir, DTM Suresh Sir, DTM Jose Sir, DTM Oman Sir, and all the Arabians, past president who are here in this room, and all the fellow Toastmasters, a very good evening and Assalamu alaikum to one and all. I would like to thank first the president of Arabian Toastmaster Arun Shankar, and his entire team for inviting me in this auspicious occasion of club's 18th anniversary. I would like to extend my sincere and hearty congratulations to every past and present member of Arabian on achieving this milestone. As a Area 53 Director, how I see Arabian, it's like I'm very pleased to say that I see Arabian as astonishing, real, amazing, brilliant, impressive, awesome, and natural. And I would like to add here Arabians with S, self-sufficient. They are self-sufficient, and I'm sure you all will be agreeing with me. Am I right? So I request all the members of Arabians to know yourself first as a Toastmaster, know your goals and your personality, and then you try to help others to grow. And I had seen the energy, the ability, and the teamwork of all the Arabians, and I'm very much confident that they are going to grow more stronger and bigger in as the days and years goes on. And it is my hope that Arabian will continue to offer refreshing learning opportunity to all the new club members and as a area director, but I had learned a lot today from Arabians. So I wish everyone a very happy anniversary from my side. And last but not the least, I would like to congratulate whoever is present and whoever is not present from Arabian, a very happy anniversary, and may you achieve, as Jose sir said, that 100th anniversary, not us, our coming generation will celebrate, inshallah. So I wish all the same, and I wish I will attain, I wish all the Arabians a very healthy life, stay at home, stay safe, and all the best. And hopefully we are going to have not virtual meetings, we are going to have the regular meetings in coming months, inshallah. So thank you so much for inviting me, and
Well
all
said,
the best.
well said.
Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those words. Next, we have our Division D Director, DTM Koteshwaran. A few words, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Fellow Toastmasters, good evening. Out of 18 years of journey of Arabian Toastmasters, at least I could be part of 50%. My Toastmaster journey in Jubail started somewhere in 2011. So at least 50% of the journey I am with you. I would be able to at least everyone talked about quality about Arabian. I would like to touch upon the other aspects like custom and the culture. I really need to thank our Arun Shankar, president of the club, who could able to give the gratitude, the respect, the honor of the previous leaders. I don't know how he could able to get all the informations. Of course, he assembled all the leaders. For example, Jose Pecketel, Vasundhara Saab, John Roy, Sham, Of course, we could able to meet DTM Suresh, Ajit, Uman, Shaira ma'am, and Vijay, all those all leaders already there. But where we are willing to see those leaders, we could able to assemble them together. That's a very great honor you did for your previous leader. That's a wonderful act. That's what, apart from the quality, your customs and culture is really commendable. I would like to congratulate once again Arul Shankar for make it happen. That's and also the beautifully compiled video. Those like they were showing like old book. That the way it has been organized. It's PR has done a very awesome job. As you are seeing the old books, are just recalling your memories. It's also like I bit confused because the day after tomorrow we are going to have a debate. You know what is the debate? The topic is to become successful in our life. Either you need old experience or future dreams. Now you see this. Old experience, we heard all the leaders' voice. And the educational system, you are going to the new platform of new dreams. So I am even a bit confused. It's wonderfully done. The arguments are amazing. Even we had a recent debate and DTM Suresh was making a comment. You need to come and see the Arabians. If you are in front of them, they will break your head as well as the mic. That's what exactly precisely happened today. The energy, the fireball just rolling around the Arabians, it's really wonderful. And in overall, I just enjoyed the debate as the leader's voice. It's a great, this is all like you're going back to your childhood or your adulthood and recalling the memories. When Joseph was talking about how he started, and Shyam was talking about how even in fact DTM Suresh is icon, but he's sharing how he was started his own career. That's recalling those memories. Really, it was cherishing moment. That's an opportunity you gave Arul and your excom. You did a wonderful job, and it's a great event today. It's a bundle of memories. Of course, everyone will be cherishing for long period. Maybe we'll look for in another anniversary. And again, we will see those leaders and the voice. Thank you, wonderful. Thank you for the invitation and job done wonderfully. Arul Shankar and excom. Thank you very much. Over to you, Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Sangeetam.
Thank you so much. It's because of all your presence that today's event has been a success. So we should be thanking all of you. So I know we've already graced all of our dignitaries. We've heard from all of them, and you're all waiting for the debate results. So debate master, is it ready? Do we have it in hand?
Yes, we're ready.
All right, so over to you. Please announce the results.
Sure. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it was a well debated topic. Each team spoke well, each team had their own thoughts and ideas, and the voting showed exactly that. It was very tight voting, and I'm glad I didn't have to decide who was supposed to be the winner. But at the end of the day, we do have winners, and please congratulate the winners, Peter Majid, Toastmaster Ashik, and Toastmaster Ravish, and Toastmaster Sheetal, who spoke for the topic. Well done. Please give them a round of applause. Now, the best speaker from the 4 team goes to DTM Ajit Kumar. And the best speaker from the against team, Toastmaster Anup Paul. Congratulations once again to the winning team as well as the winning speakers. And thank you for this opportunity. It was a wonderful experience. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Congrats, the winners, and this was indeed a very thrilling and exciting debate session, and we need to keep more of them for sure. This evening can never be complete without expressing our gratitude to all those who have been here. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Nandakumar to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes.
Thank you. Gratitude open your eyes to the limitless potential of the universe. A great quote by Stephen Richards. I, Toastmaster Nandakumar Srinivasan, deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks in this memorable occasion. Our sincere gratitude to the Almighty God for making this wonderful evening with a successful event. At the outset, I would like to thank our esteemed Chief Guest, Division L Director, DTM Safir Mohammed, for his presence and inspiring words. Your support has always meant a lot for Arabian Toastmaster Club, sir. Our sincere gratitude goes out to our respected Area 53 Director, Toastmaster Araj Khan, for his support and guidance throughout the year. Also, our heartfelt thanks to the Division D Director, DTM Kotishwaran, for his presence and his encouraging words. Your guidance always add value to our club growth, sir. Thanks to the PQD of Division L, DTM AK Das, for his presence and usual support to our club. Our sincere thanks goes to all the tall leaders, the past president of Arabian Toastmasters Club, who have stood by and guided the club throughout the years. Starting from the founder of the club, Toastmaster Jose Pacatil, Toastmaster Suresh Kumar, Toastmaster Vasudhar Gopal, Toastmaster Ajit Kumar, Toastmaster Martin Valuran, Toastmaster Rechi Thomas, Toastmaster Shyam Shivasankaran, Toastmaster John Roy, Toastmaster Oman Thomas, Toastmaster Vijay Kumar, Toastmaster Amitabh Sarna, Toastmaster Sneha Suresh, Toastmaster Anup Elias Paul, and Toastmaster Saira Oman all have raised the club to a great level. Our sincere thanks once again to you all. We would like to express our deep felt thanks to our club president, Toastmaster Arul Shankar, for wonderfully conducting this session, and Toastmaster Milan for the toast, and Toastmaster Sangeeta for being master of ceremony for today's celebrations. Our deep sense of appreciation to the debate master, Toastmaster DTM Vijay Kumar, for brilliantly conducting the debate session, and also all the debaters for their excellent performance. Humble thanks to Toastmaster Saira Oman for being timer today. I take this opportunity to thank the area directors, club leaders of sister clubs, and erudite distinguished Toastmasters of the Toastmaster fraternity, to whom we always look up for the inspiration and support. Our heartfelt thanks goes to the Arabian team, who have taken the efforts to make this event more colorful and joyful at this pandemic. Finally, you all the Toastmasters, Gus, dear ladies and wonderful kids, for being with us tonight to enjoy and encourage each and every participant. Without each and every one of you, this program would not have done well. Thank you, one and all. Before signing off, I would like to remind you, please take care of yourself. Stay home, stay safe, stay positive. Have a pleasant time ahead. Thank you, and over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nandakumar. Well, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster Jose wants a few words, I guess.
I want to just say one word. I won't take much time. I just want to recognize Toastmaster DTM Imtiaz Ahmed, who was instrumental in bringing Toastmasters into Jubail. He was the first man who started Jubail Toastmasters, and the recognition goes to him for bringing the Toastmasters to Jubail. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, my role for the evening is done here. It has been a pleasure being the MC for all of you and hope you've had a wonderful evening. Since it's getting late, I'm not going to be speaking too much. So that's it from my side. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Dear past presidents, Arabians, and guests, how was the show today?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Let us give a big round of applause to all the assignees, MOC, and all who spent their time and effort in arranging this gathering. I should convey my special thanks to our Vice President Education, Dr. Sheetal, Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Sangeeta, and Debate Master, DTM Vijay, for spending a lot of time and efforts in getting this function done. Thank you so much. Next, I have a request to our past presidents. If you allow me, I will request you to continue in Arabian Toastmasters group and serve us in mentoring and as club advisors. I'm sure you will be happy to join our WhatsApp group back so that you will be like receiving the messages regarding the future meetings, and you will join our meetings and inspire us. Dear members, our next meeting will be on November 4th. And any more point to be discussed? And once again, I thank you all past presidents from USA to Philippines who have spent your valuable time with us this evening. Thank you once again, and I adjourn this meeting.
One more second before you all leave. Can you all please switch on your cameras and smile? Nice white Colgate smiles, please.
They are ready.
Yes.
I need everyone to switch on the cameras. Toastmaster Rahul, Toastmaster Amitabh, Toastmaster Araj. Okay, I have one screen ready. Can I have Toastmaster Rahul's screen on, please?
Sangeeta, please go ahead. He's on a company meeting.
Sure. All right. So, okay. 1, 2, 3. When I say cheese, all right? 1, 2, 3. Cheese.
Cheese.
Thank you so much. Again, once more. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sangeeta.
Thank you, Sangeeta. You've done a wonderful job.
Wonderful job, indeed, Sangeeta.
See you again.
Excellent. Yeah.
Vijay, special thanks to you. Very wonderfully conducted debate.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was very well.
Very entertaining.
It was very
Good job.
professionally conducted.
I just
Professionally conducted, Vijay.
The rest were the speakers. They did a wonderful job.
So the speakers were on fire tonight.
They were
Really enjoyed debating.
That's Arabian.
Yes, absolutely.
So who is the VP membership of the club now?
It's Toastmaster.
Sir, it's me, Uday, sir.
Okay, I think you need to send me a form to fill up.
Sure, sir, definitely. No, it's definitely. We're doing it right now.
I guess we just have to renew his membership because his already number is there, Uday.
Yeah.
There's no need to fill a form.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
For you, no form is required. You are already a member.
You're always a member. You're always a member, DTM Ambassador. You don't have to be a member again. You are always a member. So nice to see you.
Wonderful time.
Nice
to see you, sir. Nice to see you. Yeah.
I like to thank Dr. Sheetal Agarwal and the president.